it there, he is not really going to be effective.
Well, what Eubanks assures himself of, however, Al, is if he can keep his foot on top of Canty's, he knows where his target's going to be.
Shades of Chuck Wepner and Muhammad Ali. Got that knockdown where he stepped on his foot.
I don't think I'll ever forget that shot.
Any port in a storm. I gave the first round to Canty because he was just really more effective with his jab and his straight left hand. Unless, of course, that foot could be bothering him. Once in a fight in Chicago, on another network, as they say, in which a guy hit a guy in the kneecap. That's the lowest blow I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, rarely do you see a laceration of the ankle.
It's not very common. Canty has got his jab working a little bit better. Now there, the lead right, really kind of a desperate maneuver by Eubank. He's just not, which you hit on early, he doesn't seem to have a plan. It's working.
Now, what is somewhat surprising is Canty is pretty much outstanding right in front of Eubanks. He's not moving from side to side.
Right.
Pretty much right there. And again, Eubanks steps on the foot of Canty.
Canty's good at slipping punches, though. He's been pretty effective at slipping. And, you know, sometimes we make too big a deal out of this foot position, but it's a big reason. A good right hand there by Eubanks. It's a big reason why Eubanks' punches aren't getting in there. There are reasons why things happen in a boxing ring, and that's one of the reasons.
Both fighters with very wide stances, which is even exacerbating the problem Al spoke of a moment ago, in that they've stepped on each other's feet 3 times already in round 2.
There's that straight right by Eubanks, and he's pinning all his hopes still on landing that one punch. And I think the guys that do that against the southpaw, feeling that the right hand is open, are making a big mistake. Got him. Now see, when he jabs effectively, there's a good jab that knocks the mouthpiece out of Canty's mouth.
Good straight right hand by Eubanks.
I think Canty's getting a little tired. He's standing a lot straighter. He's not giving as much head movement.
Well, he is like a rock of granite out there. He's just pretty much standing right in front of Eubanks, but Chris Eubanks out of the Bronx simply can't find him, cannot unload that right hand. They're winding down now in round 2 of the scheduled 4-rounder.
All right. We look into the corner of Canty, and they've got some very explicit instructions for him in there. A look at where the mouthpiece of Canty came out. A good straight jab by Eubanks, right on the jaw. And we mentioned some possibility of tiring by Canty's part. I think we saw evidence of that there.
Fighters ought to wear safety chains on those mouthpieces.
I gave the second round to Eubanks, and I've got it even at 19-90. Is the moon full or what tonight? So what's it doing?
Canty in the black trunks. We are in round 3. Eubanks in gold. Now, both fighters coming into this bout undefeated, but this particular fight has certainly lacked for action, and it has been the southpaw style of James Canty that has knocked Chris Eubanks entirely off his stride.
Now, there are a couple of jabs by Eubanks and then the straight right. That's a good idea. That's what Lenny DeJesus has been calling for. Now, we're not Canty boxing effectively.
Work out. Let him go. You're home. There you go.
Now, Eubanks has the entire fight, been unable to get his left foot out inside that right foot of Canty's.
Well, yeah, he wants it outside, but, I mean, he has not been able to get it there.
Exactly.
Yeah, he has not been able to get it to where he can then throw that double left hook to the body and the head, but he doesn't seem to want to do it. There you saw it again, the left foot of Eubank on the inside of the right foot of Canty, and he can't operate from that posture against the southpaw. He just can't. It's hard.
Eubank's trying to move inside now, frustrated with the thought of for 2.5 rounds, fighting Canty on the outside and very unsuccessful.
Part of it, though, is Canty hasn't taken advantage of all this very much. He's landed some shots here and there, but there's a good right hook by Canty, but he has not really taken advantage as much as he should.
Neither fighter appears to have what you would call blinding hand speed.
No, I think we can safely say that. And Canty delivers his punches in kind of an awkward fashion. Doesn't get his body into them, so those combinations he's throwing really lack steam.
We're in round 3. This one's scheduled for 4 in a field of junior middleweights. Coming to the end now of round 3. All right, here you go.
Billy Martin, maybe.
The jab of Eubank, there he missed it, has not been effective, but the counter jab by Canty is, and that's a lot of what the story of this fight's been about. One man using his jab well, the other not.
Final round. Canty in the black, Eubanks in gold. Doesn't get much closer than you have it scored, Al. You've got Canty up by 1.
Well, and I believe that this one's very much in doubt now. Even though Canty has won the battle of the strategies, he hasn't done that much to take advantage of it.
Stinging right jab on the chin of Canty. Eubanks has shown a surprising reluctance when he has danced inside the defense of Canty. Eubanks simply has not capitalized inside.
No, he's never once gone to the body with the left hook or the right hook like Canty. And you're right, he hasn't worked on the inside there. And it's made for an easy night for Ted Pick, the referee. He's hardly ever had a clinch. Canty may have been hurt by that left hook.
No knockdowns in this fight thus far. Good overhand right by Canty.
Well, the right hook for Canty has been there all night. He just has only used it sparingly. And he doesn't deliver it very well at that. But there, look at, he can get it in, and he follows with the straight left.
Now, Eubanks had Canty rocking and rolling in the early stages here in round 4, unable to finish him off. Great right hand, that stuns Canty, and again Eubanks moves in for the kill, and Canty ties him up.
Well, here in the 4th round, Eubanks has found that straight right, but he's also taking shots in his willingness to get in.
Both fighters appear to be very leg-weary here in the 4th and final round. Canty coming in to this fight 3-0. 2 of those 3 victories by knockout. Eubanks 4-0. All 4 decisions.
Work at it. Come on, work at it.
Canty not a big puncher, really, though. So...
We are coming coming to the conclusion of the fourth and final round of this junior middleweight fight. James Canty in the black and Chris Eubank in the gold. Well, it was a fight that really the tone was pretty much set in the first round. As Al mentioned, the problems with Eubanks trying to keep his feet off of the southpaw James Canty's, with that both fighters really having problems all over each other's feet.
Yeah, and as you look at Eubanks and or look at Canty, in the last round, Eubanks was able to hit Canty with a straight right hand often, and it just came a little bit too late. And there's some examples in that fourth round of Eubanks doing well. Canty got into problems there. That left hook apparently stunned him a little bit. And Eubanks trying to go to work there, but Canty holding on very well. Canty had his moments. And there's the right hand, kind of a right hook that he had been landing throughout the fight. And those two pieces of action, a graphic illustration, this was a very awkwardly fought contest.
Well, the decision is in. Michael Buffer knows what it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official scoring. We have a unanimous decision. Richard F. Murray scores about 39-36. Charlie Spina has it 39-36. Then Phil Newman scores it 39-38. For the winner, by unanimous decision, Christopher Eubank.
Wow. That's intriguing. Well, okay.
Eubanks runs his record to 5-0. James Canty now drops to 3-1. We'll be back to Resort Center Night in Atlantic City, New Jersey with more in just a moment.
Humberto Gonzalez is making